Hey, what's up, everyone? This is AlphaFinx here, and I got a deck tech for you with the PeaceKeepers deck in Magic 2013. So what this deck is basically going to be is the White Weenie deck of old. It's making its comeback. It was good back in the day. It's good in Magic 2013. So what you do is you get out the 1/1, 2/2 creatures, and then you pump them up. And that's basically the theory of the deck, and let's start throwing some cards in and taking some cards out. Alright, so what do we got here? This is the basic set I got right now. Elite Vanguard, 1 mana for a 2/1. Not that great of a card. I don't really want that many in the deck. Loyal Sentry, though. I mean, you block a 8/8 creature, just wipes them out, wipes them off the board. They're dead. Can really hold some of those bigger decks back if you get into the late game. And it's also 1 mana for 1/1. There's only like 5 cards that are for 1 mana in this deck. So that's looking pretty good. Let's throw it in. The Paladin. I have 2 in the deck already. I do like this card because the idea is to pump up your 1/1s, and that makes them all bigger when they attack. So let's just throw them in, I guess, and yeah, we'll see. We'll see where we go. No, you know what? There's one. No, 2. I'll go with 2 because I don't need 3 of them. It's just too many. Those always go on a deck. Honor of the Pure. Always want to pump up. Journey to Nowhere. Best like quick removal. It removes them from the game. You know, it's exiled, and that's better than those black ones that just kill it. Master Decoy is great if you want to play this deck as a defensive deck. Is another way to play it. It works, but it's not good with what I'm trying to do. Spectral Rider. This one's good because it has Intimidate. It's good against hit in there for the black and red decks and green decks, but it's not good all the time. We'll throw it in for now. Squadron Hawk. If you have one, you have them all. Gotta catch them all. Squadron Hawk. So this card, I didn't play that in the beginning. And, as I was playtesting the deck and playtesting it, it's like, when they had 2 of them, it wasn't that good. When they have 3, it's great. This card, Crusader of whatever, he or she is just not. I mean, it's a good card, but I don't want too many of them in my deck. This card's cool, Flicker Wisp. You can toss it in, toss your own guy out of the game, bring him back in, bring tokens into the game. You could bring 3 or 2 tokens in, or you could use it on the opponent, wipe out one of his best creatures, and then just get in there for the kill. Just sweep the board and just attack with everything and get in there. So there's some interesting stuff. Plus, it's a 3/1 flyer by itself for 3 mana, so you can hit in there. This has removal spells. You can be hitting in there with a 3/1 flyer too. Then we have the Glorious Anthem right here. I mean, this is another pumping spell, so that's got to go in there. Give all your guys +1/+1, all your tokens and everything. But then a card that I didn't play in the beginning at all, Guardian's Pledge, and then I just learned to love it. I mean, I started switching my deck up and playing with this card, and I realized I was winning a lot of games. You're getting in there for an extra 2, 4, 6, 8 damage with this card, or you're taking out all their creatures, so it was really working well. Then you got this Intrepid Hero guy. I don't know about him, but I mean, he destroys any creature with power 4 or greater. It's not great. Midnight Guard. I don't even want to talk about that one. All right, equipped creature gets +1/+1 for each creature you control. This was in the last set. I mean, they keep. I don't know. This is just like it's too slow. Can't play that. Captain's Call. I love putting tokens in. I don't want too many of them. It's 4 mana, and there are 1/1 tokens. They're not great. Dawn Elemental, great though. This card's a lot of fun when you get that card out. Red deck stops them dead. Green deck stops them dead. Black, it can actually block their flyers that you don't have like any other solutions besides your removal. This can actually do something with that. So I love that, especially when they get that Grizzle Band guy out, whatever it is. So it doesn't have the lifelink. So I like having that in there. It deals damage. It can stop damage. Just good all around card. Mausoleum Guard and the Inquisitor. Now this card, I just don't like this card. It's 4 mana. It tries to do what the Mausoleum guy does, and it just doesn't because it's only 1/1 flyer instead of 2. The lifelink I don't really care about because I want to win the game before they deal me any damage. So like if it was this one, I'd put it in, but it's not, so I'm not going to put it in, Just 4 mana for a 2/2, and then it brings back another 2 flyers that I'm going to have pumped up anyway. So when it dies, I'm actually better off when that card dies. And I'm just taking out this other Inquisitor too. Just get him out of my sight. I don't really like that card. The Tactician. I like this Master Tactician right here. You win games with this. This is another 4-drop that you win a game with. You already have 3 guys on the board by the time I can get this one out usually. Or maybe a turn or 2 later you'll get them out. You swing in, you say, nope, don't block anything because you get to choose their blockers, and you just hit in for all the damage, and that's basically it. Like I win a lot of games just with this card like that. Of course, they always go straight for this one to try and kill it or discard it from your hand with that Myers Toll or whatever, and they just wipe it out all the time. But this one's a little bit too slow for what I'm trying to do here. It's 4 mana, and then you got to pay 2 mana every time. So it's good late game when you're like running out of options, but I just want to win as fast as I can with this deck. I just want to get in there and just smash in the face, and then that's it. I'm not going to put it in. Windborne Charge, I started off playing this card, I have to admit. It gets that extra 4 damage, it ends up being like 6, 7, 8 damage, so you get in with a lot of damage, but I don't know, I needed more creatures in my deck, so I ended up taking this out and just putting in, just the general like +1/+1s to all your creatures, like the Honor of the Pure cards. This card's a lot of fun. Exile target permanent when it dies. So their best card, gone. I like that one because it scares them. They don't know what to do when it comes out. I'll just throw one of them in the deck because, I actually got it just down to 1. These cards are getting expensive, right? 5 mana now, but this card's cool. And I like that it puts flyers into play because at this point I want to be able to get the last little bit of damage. But I only need 1 in the deck right now. Unfortunately, we're at the higher mana cost here. And since this is a White Weenie deck, I'm just trying to get in there and get it over with. Captain of the Watch again. I really only need 1 of these cards. But I mean, depending on how you want to play the deck, you can add in more, take some of these out, but I just don't really need those. This one, Turn the Tables. It's a cool card. It's got some cool artwork, but it doesn't fit in this deck. And then we got more of these guys. I just got to put in the guy with the promo cards, because sometimes that confuses the people that don't know how to play. They're like, what's this promo card? Where'd this come from? He's cheating. So I just throw those in there. But I'm only going to put, I'm maxing out here at 6 mana. Like some of the other decks, you get up to like 9 mana and stuff. The Spirit of the Hearth, whatever. You got 6 mana. It's a 4/5 in your hexproof. Well, for 6 mana for a 4/5, unless it's a 6/6 flyer, I don't really care. And when I have hexproof at that late in the game, like I'm dead anyway. If I didn't win by then already. This is one of the cards that you can switch in. Like this is a great card. I know the way my play style, it just doesn't really suit it. So I don't have it in the deck right now, but this is one of the ones that I would consider switching in, switching out, and trying out differently, Sun Titan. 6/6. And here we go, a 5/5 for 7 mana. I don't need that. Don't want it. Destroy all non-white creatures. Cool card. 7 mana, just too much. Not going to get there in this deck. Let's see. We'll just go through here. 85 cards. And we'll take out, the stuff that was in here before that we don't want. Alright, so we'll start in the beginning. I love this Doom Travel. I just love the cards. It's just such card advantage. Look at that. Like, they kill my guy, and then I get another guy. It's like getting an extra card in your hand, So, like that one, it gets pumped, and the guy that comes into play gets pumped, the Spirit token. This one, I don't need 2 of them. The Vanguard. This one, I'm kind of iffy. This is like one of the cards that I take out if I want to try to twiddle with the tech a little bit. But, yeah, I don't really need 2 of them. But you see how many guys I want to have 4 1-mana guys here. So then, like, that's like the basics. Like, you're guaranteed if you have 4 of the cards in the deck, you draw it every game. You draw at least 1 of them. So that's what I want to do there. And the Paladin. Battle Cry. Helps out all my other guys. But this one, Master Decoy, I don't want those in there. I was talking about that before. Pacifism, I like this card, but, I have Journey to Nowhere, so I don't need really this many pacifisms. I have to make sure I have enough creatures so I can keep, they're going to be wiping out my creatures, my 1/1s and 2/2s, so I need to have enough creatures. Can't have too many pacifisms. Toss out 2, keep 1, just in case want to do something interesting. Raise the Alarm. I played this card so much in the beginning, and then it was like everybody knew it was coming. When you leave 2 mana open, for their turn and then the end step, they knew it was there. It wouldn't surprise them anymore. So it's not as good as when it used to, when this first came out onto the market, But I still like the card. It's 2 creatures into play for 1 card. So I like that. And based with the other cards in the deck, it works out. So I'm just going to leave 1 in, though. Now, the rings, I just hate these rings. They're so slow and they're annoying. I just don't like them. This is one of the ones I switch in and out. It's got Intimidate, right? People can't block it. People can block it. But I like having something where I can get in there for a little bit of extra damage. If I just can't get those last couple, last 6 damage or something, I'll start attacking with this guy. So he goes in and out. I think right now, you know what? We should take it out. Spectral Rider. So he's gone. And I'd rather play Raise the Alarm anyway, So puts 2 creatures than just 1. Squadron Hawk. Gotta catch them all. So I didn't play them when they had the 2 in the beginning. I didn't play them, and I was mad that they only put 2 instead of 4, but now I have them, of course. Tended Knight, this is the like the example of everything you want to do in this deck. 2/2 first strike and a 1/1 creature for 3 mana, and they're gonna get pumped. So right there, you just got all this advantage going on. That's what you want. It's the whole point of the deck. And the Crusader, I don't really need 2 of those. Toss 1 out. Fiend Hunters, I love this card. You got to be careful with this card. I know a lot of people are hating on this card because, you know, they go and they kill this right away and then they get their creature back. So you got to watch. Don't do it on something that they're going to have where it comes back into play, you know, comes back into the battlefield and it does some kind of effect that helps them. Don't put it on something like that. You know, put it on something else. Now, Intrepid Hero. Oh, what? How did I get this in here? No, I was supposed to take them out. All right, Night Guard Patrol. I don't like it. It's 3 mana, 2/1. It's going to die too easy. Red can take them all out at once with a whole bunch of different spells. So I don't need that. Oblivion Ring, just like the best removal card in the game right now. I love that one. Target non-land permanent. Anything you want, you can get rid of. I use that on their rings sometimes too, or like their weird enchantments or artifacts. Safe Passage, that's the one you could go in and out with. I use this one, or I use that one that gives a +2/+2. The Guardians, I forget what the name is, but prevent all damage that will be dealt to you and creatures you control. So you use it, you block, or you attack. They think they're going to kill your guys, but they don't. But I just don't need it in this deck right now. But that's one you can play with a little bit. Captain's Call again. 3 of them is a bit much. Let's see. I mean, there's a lot of good cards in this deck, so I'm just gonna go with 2 of those. Dawn Elemental, it's good, but it's 4 mana. I'm gonna take out the 1 because I want to be winning the game already by this point, you know, and that's really in there as to save me when they get some crazy creature. So I gotta leave in the promo one, of course, you know. And you know, here's the rest of the deck right there. Tops out at 6 mana. I only put 1 of those of each of the higher end cards, you know. Could put in the Sun Titan, but you know, I want the guy that can give me more tokens because I love tokens. I love them. So I just will leave that in there. And yep, down to 60 cards. You know, there's some other stuff that you can put in here. I mean, you can switch in the Windborne Charge if you want, another Dawn Elemental, a Captain's Call, a Safe Passage. So you can play around with this deck, and that's what makes it a lot of fun. You know, put the Rider in there. More Raise the Alarm. You can put in the pacifisms. So there's a lot of stuff that you can play with on this deck. Now, I've been playing this deck for a while. You know, I keep tweaking it. This is what I'm at right now. I don't really have that much time to play, but I've had, you know, times where I won 6 games in a row with this deck. So I love it. It's my best one right now. If you want to check out some of the gameplay of this deck right here, the White Weenie PeaceKeepers deck, I want to put some links right here. You can just click on, click, and you can check those out. Once again, thank you guys for watching. This is AlphaFinx, and I'm out.